Were you a teacher or student in Alberta? Are you a researcher interested in education history? Take a virtual tour with us through the Weidrick collection of historical textbooks. The items in this collection are digitized versions of resources, such as textbooks, teacher manuals, and readers, that were authorized for use in Alberta schools between 1885 and 1985.
The collection is named for the family of the late Dr. Lawrence Weidrick. Throughout his career, he was a passionate advocate for school libraries. He worked extensively with the Edmonton Public School Board, most notably as their first library specialist. He became a professor of elementary education and was instrumental in establishing a library of K-12 resources here at the University of Alberta in the late 1960s. Around the same time, he also helped to set up the library science program at the U of A. The project was made possible through a bequest from Laurie's wife, Marie Weidrick, who passed away in 2004. Marie was a reading specialist who taught grades 1 to 12 and special education. We are incredibly grateful for the opportunity to continue the Weidrick family legacy through this project. The textbooks can be downloaded in a variety of formats. Textual and image analysis tools can be used to investigate lofty questions in a fraction of the time it would take using their print counterparts. For example, how were Indigenous peoples portrayed over time? When does the concept of climate change first start showing up in textbooks? Post-secondary educators are already using it in their classrooms and in their own research.
The Weidrick collection has provided undergraduate and graduate students, as well as professors like myself, with a unique opportunity for learning and research. Of particular interest to me has been the ability to track down old social studies textbooks. So for example, in terms of my teaching, with a graduate course, I like to do a curriculum archaeology with students. And so the Weidrick collection takes this sort of task to a deeper level due to not only access, but also the information about the time period. It's also been helpful in my own research. I'm just really grateful for its existence.
The digitization work that's gone into making the curricula and textbooks in the Weidrick collection available online is an absolute game changer. Being able to access the collection in a digital format means that all of my students can access it, no matter where they live. This enables teachers and the students that they teach to dig into historical thinking questions, such as why historical accounts differ, how historical accounts are constructed, who gets included and who's excluded in accounts about Canada's past, and how historical accounts change from text to text and decade to decade. Anyone who is interested in the history of education or in curriculum and government-produced or authorized school materials would consider the Weidrick collection a type of buried treasure that has finally been located and brought to the surface.
When I start with introduction of the collection, I propose to students that everything that they see in education has a precedent. They just have to trace what they see in historical primary sources. In addition to searching the collection, the students learned how to investigate large amounts of primary sources and to read selectively and strategically. I've also used the collection in my own research, which investigates home economics and male students in the middle years of school.
The collection was digitized through a partnership with the Internet Archive nonprofit organization. The physical items are stored at the University of Alberta's state-of-the-art Research and Collections Resource Facility for preservation purposes and to ensure they are available for researchers for generations to come. But thanks to this project, anyone can now easily access the digital copies online. The Weidrick collection represents a record of the first 100 years of K-12 education in Alberta. It is the only collection of this kind that we're aware of that includes an approval statement stating which year the book was approved for use, the subject or subjects it was used in, and for which grade level. So this book, for example, was used in grade 7 social studies from 1951 to 1969. For more information about Weidrick and our other Internet Archive collections, please contact digitization@ualberta.ca.